It's been a long season for the Panthers as they try to ring out the old on a winning note. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are looking for a perfect sweep of the NFC South in their final playoff tune-up before next week's wild card game. And we are live from Raymond James Stadium. It's the Panthers and the Bucs right here on Fox. And welcome to the booth, everyone. Ron Pitts along with my partner, Tony Baselli. And Tony, we talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have locked up the NFC South Division. They will play in the first playoff game right here next week. You can hear the crowd. They are ready to go. Now, as you might expect, John Gruden will play some starters. He will also rest some starters. One group of starters that will not rest today, the offensive line. Tony, they had a rough day last week and that loss to San Francisco.
Ron, you're exactly right. They really struggled against the 49ers, and they're a very young group. In fact, the youngest in the NFL. And last week, they only had 67 yards on the ground and gave up 4 quarterback sacks. And they need to use this as a tune-up, because next week in the first round of the playoffs, the New York Giants come to town with their 53 sacks, which leads the NFL, and they're aggressive and they'll get after you. They need today to get some momentum and some confidence, those young guys up front.
Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Bucs defense, they say, forget the rest. We want to play. We want to win. We want to be a perfect 6-0 against the NFC South.
Ron, you're right. Don't tell Rondé Barber or this crowd this game doesn't mean anything. Rondé Barber talked about how important 10 wins are, and that's what's on the line today. He says he wants to play and he's ready to play, and he better be ready, because across the ball from him is a guy named Steve Smith, maybe the best playmaker in the NFL, and Rondé Barber realized it. He says this guy comes to play every Sunday. And now that Matt Moore is the quarterback, in the last 2 weeks, this young guy, he might be young and inexperienced, but he's smart. He knows where to put the ball. 17 times he's gotten it in 2 weeks to Steve Smith.
Kickoff coming up next. The Buccaneers and the Panthers right here on Fox.
Watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD, and presented by DirecTV.